here, but thankfully Goblin offered to step in, and it's really, really cool because honestly, this guy got 13th at, Frostbite. He recently came back from an Ohio tournament where they flew him out. He won an Ohio tournament with 140 people there. And, question of best Roy all of a sudden, going into play. And Goblin, I think, was actually one of the best Roys for Smash 4. And nearly showing he still has it in this game, given the buff that Roy has.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I mean, we saw that amazing match between him and Ryuga, one of the top-rated videos on MVG League right now for Frostbite. You can check that out between sets or even after this round robin. But it's great to see a character like Roy. We don't see a lot of them played at the top level, do we?
We really, really don't. And I do think that the reason is that, when the game first came out, there was a ton of speculation as to how good Roy was. That people were putting him, him and Crom at the very, very top. Now there's actually sort of a more, leveled down and understanding of how the characters interact with one another in matchups. It really does speak to sort of a player's talent and how much they can pull it. Because Roy definitely has an incredible rushdown and really, really good punishes. But, people are exploiting now, especially for swords, the weakness of board matches. So you have to be not only really good at execution, but really good at mixing up your own recoveries, really good at, confusing your opponent first.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I think that a lot of that had to do with Crom's recovery not being as exploitable as it is now. Even top players like Mr. R, etc. saying, I don't know if I can even play that character, but Roy has a little bit better recovery, and they even say that his side B could be as strong as Cloud's cross/limit.
Well, okay, I could see it. It's a little crazy to think about, but honestly, like I do see it in this character. I think Mr. R actually is the last last professional I saw playing Crom in bracket. I'm trying to think of any other time I've seen Crom being played, and I can't think of it.
Yeah, Shoyo James is most notably.
Oh, Shoyo, Frostbite.
Blank locally.
Blank. He plays Crom here. What's up?
Yes, and actually Blank comes to the house all the time. She regularly is here.
Oh yeah, she does some really good stuff here. So I'm gonna go ahead and think that right now, basically, it's 3 stocks each, and it looks like Salem. Actually, Salem's playing Shulk, I just realized.
Yeah, Salem always brings out the crazy characters. Like, for people who might be confused about this, there's no money on the line. It's just CFL guys getting together to practice this. We're imitating a tournament experience. We have commentary. We have a stream set up, 3 out of 5 matches, tournament rules.
With round robin goodness.
And it's just the best way to... We have so many top players, why not get them together to play,
Yeah, it's one of the nice things about being in CFL. I was not born here, but I was raised here since I was 3 years old. And it's really, really cool to see just the amount of talent that has not only moved to this area, but honestly started here. It's just, maybe it's in the orange juice, I have no idea why, but we just get, really good at Smash from a pretty young age. And Goblin actually... how old is Goblin? I believe he's 17 or 18.
It's definitely younger. I'm not sure the exact age, but yes, one of the new up-and-comers.
Exactly, one of the people who started there.
Up-and-comers in the Smash Ultimate scene. We're seeing a couple people who are prominent in Smash 4 drop off. Now we're seeing some up-and-comers like Goblin coming into Smash Ultimate, really making it their own. But Salem here, even with the secondary, taking the lead. It seems like he's got...
Yeah, full stock lead, and I just get wrecked by anytime I play against a Shulk online because I really can't understand what's happening with him, especially using the speed or the jump options. Like, it's really hard at playing a floater like Papa Kirby to find him. But in this case, someone who masters that, you have to imagine, like, when you're at high percent, you go into the shield mode, and you're really, really heavy, you won't die. If you're playing against a floater, you go into jump mode, come up the top really quickly. If you're playing against most characters, you can just go to speed. Mastering them in auto arts, like we're seeing right here, can really be devastating. And Salem taking the first game, I believe it's all best of 5, correct?
That's correct, best of 5. Like I said, we're imitating a tournament experience, getting seriouslys, as we like to say.
Yes, very nice.
So the friendlies are at the side setups over there while we have some food and kind of chill out and enjoy each other's company. But right here, all business. Well, we got a lot of tournaments coming up.
It's the season is just starting now.
Oh yeah. So the biggest next one that I believe pretty much everybody here will be at is Pound.
Pound will be a really big one. Yes, that's the one. That's the next big national for sure. Everyone's going to. I believe it's on the 21st of Virginia.
But yeah, just to talk about, we have a CFL theme here, so let's talk about CFL.
Yes.
Has 3 major tournaments
coming up in a row. Yeah, we have Gatorland this weekend in Gainesville. They host it every year. Overlords of Orlando, which is my baby, my event, which has grown now so big. We're at 150 people entered. That's going to happen the week after that on April 13th, and I'm just super happy to see all sports getting. I believe Goblin Man will be there as well. And then right after that, come to Papa.
At the end of the month, yeah.
Right after.
Trying to fly out some Japanese players, and CFL is popping right now. This is the month to be in CFL. They've taken a week off for Easter.
That's going to be like actually one of the most fun weeks of my entire year, because it's going to be like Avengers Endgame instant pop-up.
Right,
Dude,
right.
I'm so hyped.
But we got to get back to the match. People want to hear more about Smash Ultimate.
Well, basically right now it looks like Salem, he's still keeping it with Shulk, but Goblin seems to have got it pretty well. Taking his own lead right now. He's making sure to respect, but not like every time that Salem changes Monolith arts, it's like you're doing a different character. So he's changing around his movement style a little bit whenever Salem responds to his own change.
With a side B into an up tilt into a jab, it's already at 70%. But Goblin does go down there to that forward smash. That forward smash being what seems to be taking the majority of these kills.
I mean, you can't really blame him given the range of that forward smash. Like, it always catches me off guard. It feels like it covers half the stage, or almost that amount. An edge opportunity from Goblin, but of course Shulk get back safely, but jab backer. Roy's jab being one of the easiest setups for anything. It can make great stuff happen. It's so good.
I know with Crom it's a little bit more dangerous with that deceptive hitbox on the forward tilt, but with Roy it's possibly better just to ledge trap, just like we did there.
Interesting, even with the, I thought with the shield Monado that would actually change the FP distance, but it looks like it's just the same.
I thought Goblin might have been down there, but using the momentum from the forward air and then the up B to
recover.
That's probably that was really smart. One of the biggest problems with these sword characters, both Crom and Roy, is the recovery. But of course, a master of his craft, he knows how to get back.
Yeah, and for those who are just tuning in, as a reminder, Goblin currently on the CFL power ranking, he's #1 player here, surpassing Dyer, I believe, earlier this year. So he's been definitely carrying, one of the many players, I would say, carrying the touch for Orlando, but attending not only nationals, but almost every local at the small level as well.
Right, and it seems like a complete opposite of the last match that we had where Salem took it. Now, it is down to a last stock situation, but again, one of the players at high % in that red digits.
Definitely better adaptation here, and it seems none of the roles have switched. Now it's Salem who needs to come back in this very last stock. And we don't see him switching to shield right now. He's using the jump Monado, and that might have cost him, and it will. And now 1-1, pretty much even as you can ask for. Interesting that Goblin took him to Yoshi's Island of all places. Why do you think he went there, the counter pick with Roy?
I always wonder if people go to Yoshi's Island because of the slanted edges, easier to two-frame. And that's probably why we're not seeing so many edge guarding attempts from a character with a weak recovery like Roy.
Yeah.
And instead of seeing more ledge traps, because the slanted edges do make certain things different. Now, I don't know a whole lot of very character-specific things, as I play very few characters, mostly DD, but I do know that I like that stage because his dash attack and etc. has a higher chance of two-framing on this.
Oh yeah, it completely expands the hitbox in very strange directions. But what I also would like to see, in every moveset we have like hazards off. It would be cool to have hazards on Yoshi's story.
So it changes the dynamic like it's
so the little shot guys come out, which don't make too much of a difference, not nearly as big of a difference as they do in Melee. But there's these ghosts with platforms that come out randomly on the sides.
Yeah.
And I think that would serve as a Randall, make it a true counter pick. I mean, obviously it's not like as neutral as one would expect, but man, as a viewer,
maybe during one of your off matches, you can talk to Salem about why that would be kind of busted. You have people like Salem who would definitely take advantage of that. But back to Battlefield, everyone's favorite stage, the most played stage on Wi-Fi.
Mr. Neutral.
You gotta be very familiar with this level, and we're already up to pretty high % on both of these sword fighters here.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to stick these two characters at the entire set. I'm not sure if Salem's going to change the characters throughout the entire round robin either, but we are doing this tournament style and then doing band tournament style, so this identically would be very similar to a set you might see these two play in, say, a Future Genesis or a Future Pound. So it's really fascinating to see, given Goblin's sort of stuck with Roy since the game came out, I'm pretty sure. Just stuck
Even in 4.
Even in 4, so that he's stuck to one character. Didn't have to, so the nice thing about sticking to one character, being a specialist, I always think is very underrated because it literally you have to learn a fraction of the matchups and anything that you have from previous games, even fundamentals. Even like I co-main Puff in this game, and even some of the fundamentals do carry over from past games, which is always nice. But to main a character in Smash 4, and to continue maining it in Ultimate, and to be a specialist for just that one character, it really shows you the expertise of what Goblin Man has done now with Roy.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, we're dead even, both players adapting to each other. And I'm sure Goblin wasn't expecting the Shulk, and Shulk is a very complex character and probably one of the most voted to be underrated. Like will be the mid-season boss, basically.
Well, he sucked in 4 for whatever reason. He was considered like a low mid-tier character.
Other than Nico and Kome and some of those guys.
There's always people carrying the torches who can do really well. But in this game, I remember Zero calling out that Shulk was really bad early on. But I think so much has changed in just a few couple months. So now you can't really count any character truly out. I've even seen some little matchmaking moves, but like it really speaks for the balance of Ultimate. And I want to see at the end of the year where we're at, because someone's already changing.
Oh yeah, even with Big D and his Ice Climbers, you know, people are saying that that's the true boss. As soon as people figure out Ice Climbers, they'll be back with a vengeance. But again, we're sitting here with these 2 sword fighters, back and forth, but it seems to be Shulk's range that is really making the difference, at least particularly in this match.
Right, Battlefield, given the way the platforms are, if you have any character that can cover the entire vertical space in the platforms with that nair or with that up tilt, it really has phenomenal anti-air options, come down options. And now Goblin finding himself at 85%, and now with, I believe, Salem at 100%, he does have a good bit of range built up, not full, but I think forward smash will definitely kill right here.
Yeah, you're seeing it. If you miss a tech against Shulk, he can definitely scoop you back up, send you back into a juggle state, and send you off the ledge before you can even blink. So
yeah,
definitely a dangerous character. And switching to Jump Monado in order to avoid an edge guarding or ledge trap situation, so smart. There's so many different options with this character.
Yeah, this Nair, wow, great DI from Salem to come back. Air dodging, of course, great mechanic for recovery, gives you momentum in the opposite direction of the flying. Back here, soft, sour spot, not quite going to do it, but that up B to come down will. Such good vertical coverage right there. And Salem finding himself now 2-1 in this match. You know, it really did remind me, because I was reading, you know, Tweak had almost like a summary of his thoughts on the game. And one of the main points he made was how, you know, it's difficult to react to things in this game. You know, a lot of characters are able to throw out a lot of safe hitboxes over and over, but, you know, it is sort of expected from switching from Smash game to Smash game that the fundamentals and the way you approach things are going to shift. And it's one of the things that you probably have to adapt to. But I'm sort of, whenever I'm seeing top level play now, or even players who have knowledge, you know, like Goblin of a character, I'm starting to see exactly what you're saying more and more. That's the reason what makes a character super top tier. We always call it a tool set or high tier, but in reality, it's just the amount of safe moves you can consistently throw out without getting punished over and over. And
you're seeing it in practice right here on this first stock with Shulk. That range is so deceptive, and you run into Shulk and you're like, oh, I can get in there, and then you're like, wait, there's an entire laser field around everywhere, around that character constantly.
Even if you know, parry, I think in some cases, the reason Nintendo put in parries in this game probably was to specifically reward players who figure that out, saying, by the way, there are a lot of safe aerials in this game. We want to make sure that in order for you to punish them, you need to, you know, we can't just give you a free punish.
Oh, that was so good. Yeah. Turning the disadvantage state, switching to the Jump Monado, and then up being to turn the corner. That was, again, great recovery by Shulk. I'm getting impressed. You don't see this character very often.
I don't. I would love to see this more often with some big brain plays. And like I said, given the fact that you have 5 Monado arts and neutral Shulk, there's 6 Shulks you can play per match, and the amount of situations you can use each of those in conjunction, it's like an infinite number of possibilities in terms of winning a matchup.
Which makes Salem one of the scariest characters. We all know that he can play these complex characters very, very well. He's showing it right here in this first stock with only a little lead. Both players coming back in. You know Goblin doesn't want to take this match right now, but they do play each other regularly at locals.
Great rush down. He parried the delayed up smash and got his own kill off that.
I mean, that's just exactly what you were talking about earlier with the parry system. There are ways to use it, and as the game gets more and more developed, players will start to adapt and be able to do that, because before we're seeing people parry and do nothing. Right. Now we're seeing people parry and get killed.
And there's that devastating forward smash once again happening, and right at 0%, pretty often you see most Shulk players and Salem going to the Jump Monado arts. Easy evasion right there, and then he's switching to Buster. Okay, it was Speed. I thought that was a mistake in the first place. So Speed, when you have Speed, you don't want to evade. You actually want to approach with Speed, because like you can get to that angle you want to get to much faster. Oh, is that going to kill? Okay, great air dodge once again from Salem. Goblin going for the 2-frame neutral B, but misses it.
And then, I mean, just to go back on your point, when you can't go through players, things like speed that allow you to go in and out and around characters definitely gives you an advantage in Battlefield as well.
Oh, for sure. fall down.
Sledge trapping is so good. It seems like Salem's getting the majority of his kills with either up B out of shield or up B off stage, or the forward smash, but Goblin's consistently getting these ledge trap kill setups.
Goblin's going to need something big here. He's in his last stock for this set, otherwise Salem will be the first one on the leaderboard to win.
You know, it's possible that that's why we're seeing so much Roy and Crom, because more things are safe on shield. You can do a lot of things like hit into shield. Normally you'd be able to shield grab or do some sort of option, but no. If you do anything, you jump out of shield, I'm already there with a back air, and you're seeing it in his play already, especially on the ledge.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Goblin was down. He's actually up a stock now.
You're right.
So, and he's getting these parries a lot more often. Great trades right there for Goblin Man. Now he's about one forward smash away from getting into Game 5.
Yeah, we didn't see very many Game 5s in the first round robin, so if we get a Game 5 right away in the first match of this round robin, that would be insane. It looks like we got our wish.
Dude, the fact that I love any player that can take advantage of the fact that you can just cancel your running any strong that you want. And what better character than Goblin? It's a running, basically a running forward smash. Guess how strong that forward tilt is sometimes, high percent.
Oh yeah, and it's his forward smash by itself has one of the craziest hitboxes in the world. Like, you'll be behind him, he'll be forward smashing the other way, he'll still get hit.
I mean, it's not a Doria, but it's, you know, it's still pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Definitely has mileage. We're at Game 5, and they're gonna stick to the same characters, staying true to their pride and glory. Although this is the first time I'm personally seeing Salem Shulk.
Yeah, I mean, here at the house, there's definitely a lot of people playing a lot of different characters. You know, Music King has constantly been saying he's between 5 characters. Salem plays pretty much everybody. You see a lot of Squad Strike here, which is another thing maybe we could do one time. We could do Squad Strike round robins. That might be pretty fun.
You ever think, who would I play for that? I played Kirby, Puff, and K-Rool. I'm not even too sure who I played for that.
Yeah.
Maybe Gandorf, just throw out random hitboxes.
It definitely changes the game dynamic a little bit, but we're not doing that here. What we're doing here is we're watching Goblin get up these up airs, up air. That's 4 up airs in a row, almost a 5th.
Go for 6 or 7. Like I said, it's safe. Just keep on doing it. And Roy's upper hits a whole 180 on his body, which is so convenient.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, that side B is almost as powerful as a limit cross slash, and Salem evaded it in order to return back to neutral just there.
I'm pretty sure Goblin, from looking at his control, he just tilts it, but I think that's probably the way he does those cancel tilts out of run.
Yeah.
I think I actually have to have it. Wow, up smash, not going to kill somehow. Even on jump, Minato.
You know, it's interesting because a lot of people have been seeing Salem Snake in tournament.
Yeah, so I commentated his set at a Ultimate Gamer. That was incredible. He beat MVG in a Ditto.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I was just saying, like, it looks like the jump Minato, he's using it to recover high, just like he does with Snake. He's very comfortable recovering from that distance.
Yeah. Oh wow, double forward air. Oh, is he dead?
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Goblin. Okay, going up 3 stock in this first
If anybody can turn it around, it's Salem for sure.
Game 5. All right, Salem now down an entire stock. It looks like Goblin definitely gets some really good downloading. I think Salem right now, he's got to go for some high risk options. Got to mix up somehow.
Yep, he's definitely got to stay safe. The up B out of shield. You're seeing that more and more with more characters. Right there again.
27%?
Yep, twice in a row.
Come on. Come on.
But I mean, that's what he has to do. I mean, even if he does lose his stock, he wants to take this 3-2 over Salem, who was the victor last time, undefeated if I remember correctly.
I didn't realize this 2 had already played. He won the whole round.
No, I mean, Salem won the last round robin. This is Goblin's first one.
Oh, dude.
So he could take the undefeated Salem round 1, game 1. To his first loss here. He's just going to try to get as much damage onto him as possible.
Well, I think we're seeing why his name is Goblin. This man is a monster. He's an absolute monster with Roy. I love the way he approaches each matchup, and that can be a kill.
That's it. Absolutely. As you can see, that side B, super powerful. Yeah. Almost looking like MK Leo Marth in Smash 4.
A little bit. Didn't MK Leo figure out that that sword dancer with Marth kills at like 80? Almost?
Yeah.